controversy on the Francis Brothers YouTube channel. Just blowing up the waves. We are officially demonetized. No.
That's everything, man.
To go get real jobs now. Welcome everybody to Nimpods 45. This is like a special, like a special drop, like secret sauce, like Beyonce dropping that album just out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Bam. Same level of sales and clout. It's been a while. Nimpods 44 was a long time ago. I don't even think we did a video portion of it.
Sorry, what was the last one?
44.
So this is 45?
Carry the two. Yeah, 45. I think it's Dan doesn't have a lot of like. I think he's spent a little bit today, a little bit on the spent side of things. What kind of spent percentage are you?
A 7.
We are recording at about 8:07. October 3rd, 2022. I'm pretty sure it's been over a year. Has to be.
Yeah, I think so.
If I wasn't using my phone to like actually record.
Yeah, because that's what we have to do, right? We talk about our last.
Yeah,
the last time
for about half of the time. We're using a actually, what is this one called? Remotely. Apparently, it's better than Riverside because it like records on the computer at the same time. This is, I think, is kind of like the setup where like we've always wanted.
My hands are too sticky.
Your hands just too sticky for what? To open it?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Nimpods 45. We're off to a gangbusters here. You recently shot a script scene from your script that you wrote.
Yeah, the first draft, I believe, was like 2010.
Really?
And maybe 2011. Blood of Hell. I think we've done some videos.
Show.
Well, plug that back in. It's fucking life, man. It's real life here.
Yeah. But it was a lot different. And then we've done some videos on the kind of making of over the years. I think we had a little behind the scenes. We did a shot with like a miniatures and stuff. So yeah, we did kind of like a test scene. The idea is that I want to finish it and kind of release it as some kind of form to get get some kind of interest. It's a big project.
I saw that scene. It's like, it's good. It's definitely like, you shot it in like an hour or something, didn't you?
We didn't have a lot of time. A couple hours.
No. It happens, right? So it was good. It's a good concept.
What are you drinking?
It's called Tempo Gin Smash. This is grapefruit. It's okay. Not sponsored.
So we don't talk about it?
Yeah, pay me, bitch. The scene is cool. We
just finished that 1 minute. 1 minute mobile
cell phone. You did that like last minute. The 1 minute was last minute.
I think we had seriously, I think it was announced in like May or something. We had like 6 months to do it, and of course, I'm like, as soon as I saw the date, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna, it's gonna end up being the last week, and it turned out, I finished it with a day remaining, I think.
Yeah, I was that's just shit happens, right? Yeah, but the last two I've been wanting to do something, then it just ends up running out of time. It's tough. I wanted to delve into this Kilroy NFT.
Okay.
Have you even seen it yet? Have you seen the movie? Did I send it to you?
The Kilroy? No.
No. So Kevin Smith had this released a movie. This was like what, maybe a month or two ago now. Like it was sometime in summer, and he released Kilroy Was Here, a movie he shot before his heart attack and then finished it after. So it was shot like in 2018, I think. And anyway, he released it as an NFT, and it was sort of like quite controversial. And I ended up getting one, and I plan to do like a short for a Kilroy Was Here 2, sort of like as a submission. It's going to be made up of like the community that bought the NFTs. So I'm hoping to do something pretty awesome for that. Have just a pretty loose idea, but I think the toughest thing is going to be to like nail the look of like the Kilroy, because he's got like quite a distinct look. I think you need a good mask or something.
Well, you use that lockdown a lot. I think you sent me something. Lockdown is like
it's tough though.
Explain the lockdown app. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Lockdown is a After Effects plugin.
Not sponsored?
Not sponsored.
Not yet.
Not yet. Actually, I really like the Lockdown guys. Seems like Christopher Vranow. It's just a very small company. It's probably like not that many people. And Lockdown is pretty neat, where it's meant for like meshing. It's like for meshes. So like you can do faces, but it's very specific. Like you can only do like shirts and stuff like work the best. But like faces are even tough because you need the 3D aspect of the face and stuff has to be like what you want the final product to look like.
Okay, like the shape of it and stuff. The shape of it, or like
the shapes have
the
to
volume of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so like, you know, like say for this, like headphones would be like have to be kind of part of the design, right? And then, but say like you want to be red or something, that's pretty easy, but not if you wanted like a big thing coming out of it or something, right? It's a little tough. Like Kilroy has like a kind of like a big bulbous kind of nose. Actually, it really reminds me of like when you take like a balloon and you put like, that's what it looked like in the movie too. It's like it moved like this, where it's like it's kind of like put water in a balloon, kind of like halfway, and it just sort of like kind of jiggles like that, kind of like a jiggle.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I was actually thinking of like doing a lockdown kind of thing with just a regular face, and then adding like a balloon to the face as the 3D marker kind of, then put the design of the nose on it.
And you can do it. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I think it could work. I think the easier way is just make some sort of mask. Even if you did the mask, but kind of crudely, and then did the lockdown, like as best you can. Like do the best you can on both sides. I think it would work.
So it's kind of like a practical effect, but still like it's like a marriage, which can be used really effectively, I think.
For sure. But yeah, I think like overall, like the whole Kilroy NFT is like, it's a part of the Discord and stuff, and it's like it had some initial like quite a good hype, but kind of like a lot of NFT things. Not like I follow a ton of them.
You haven't seen Clerks 3 yet?
No.
We'll do a Clerks 3 podcast.
Yeah, we should. Actually, we should do a Kilroy one too, because I think you'd find it interesting. There's some interesting takes.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking of doing an actual like kind of like a review of Kilroy, because like a lot of people haven't seen it. It's kind of an interesting, like I feel like it's a bit of a club. Not saying it's like it's this fancy club. I just think it's like it's a club, a club.
Any club's pretty fancy. Be part of something like
There's a controversy on the Francis Brothers YouTube channel, just blowing up the waves.
What is it?
We are officially demonetized, unmonetized.
Oh, really?
October 1st. That's why we're dropping all this, like the content now, when you can't make money. That's kind of like
Yeah.
The key. It's so funny. We were monetized for so long.
I know. What is our like? What's the?
We're actually like in, not like it's not terribly off. Actually, you can go right in. Let me look one sec. I'll look into it. We're pretty close still. We have everything but monetization. We have 3,707 subscribers, 1,000 required. So we have that. We have 2-step verification and 0 active community guideline strikes. So the only thing we're missing is 4,000 required watch hours. I believe that's a year.
But how close are we on that?
What do you how close do you think we are?
Was it 4,000 hours?
You win a prize. You win a prize if you get close.
4,000 hours. We're at
what
30,
public out?
We're at 3,500. I don't know.
3,500? No.
28.
866 hours. So we're quite a bit off.
So we're like not.
We
even
really dropped off because like I think
about a fifth or whatever.
I think wrong people and like some of our older videos. I mean, some of our big videos. I'm counting the 2-second that popped off last year.
Water on Leaf, like
Water on Leaf, yeah. But you can't break that
we
one.
really need the sequel.
But it doesn't get a lot of watch time, obviously.
We were talking about making the sequel.
Yeah. Do you want to? It's exploded still. It's crazy. Let's see here. It has
Water on Leaf.
It is literally our biggest video now.
Like for watch time, not for watch time.
No, views altogether.
Views, yeah.
195,000, but it's only like 2 seconds, or it's 5 seconds. So whatever watch time that is, it's probably like it's very small.
But it's
That's
funny
crazy.
because it's like, is it more than an hour? Like Water on a Leaf has been watched for more than an hour. Like, you know what I mean? Like what's too? Oh, it's too late for the math. Like what's 60?
5 seconds times 100? Well, then it's like, do they watch the whole thing?
How many seconds is an hour? 360,000.
I'm going deep diving. I mean, the analytics.
360,000
We're talking about this. Average percentage viewed, 104.3%, which is actually crazy. I mean,
It's
5 seconds.
watched more than.
Yeah. Well, people were like,
They watched
oh,
it on loop.
that's in the last 28 days. Let's go last year.
Oh, that's awesome.
The last year's it says it has 2,200 views. That doesn't make any sense because it exploded. Oh, in the last year, it's been watched 3 hours.
3 hours. Water on a Leaf for 3 hours. Wow.
And actually gained us 4 subscribers.
It's that powerful.
I actually love that's our biggest video. I think that's hilarious.
It's great. It really is.
Let's go to the second
I
video.
might bite me.
The second biggest video is actually a GH4 test footage from 2014.
What?
All right.
That's fairly new that it's been growing up. I wonder how many views that's got lately.
What?
It's got, in the last year, 3.4 hours. So it's even more. It's funny because it gets rid of how much a video is earned if you're unmonetized.
Oh,
That's interesting. Or maybe I'm just not in the wrong thing.
this is riveting.
I think it's super riveting. Wrong People is still 4th, but it gets a lot of hours, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to
Like,
that.
what's the total hours on that?
Just in the last month alone, it's 12 hours. So it's like 3 times the amount of like those other ones in the whole year.
I got like Leia buns. You see them?
179 in the last year. It has
You're
100
ignoring my Leia buns.
Leia buns. Well, what do I have?
Well, I don't know. It looks more defined.
Just more like Target version, like
No, but like I think it's
Walmart
just
version?
because of like you don't know where my hair ends, my real hair, and then
riveting. I'm going back to my Wrong People. 180 hours in the last year.
Nice.
So we just need. That makes up a good chunk of our channel. Like, how many hours we have? 180 hours.
So go and watch all our movies.
Its watched average duration is almost 9 minutes, which isn't actually that bad for YouTube. But it's
What is it?
9 minutes. Average
9
view duration.
minutes.
It really drops off at about a 9-minute mark. I think, again, you learn, but like movies on YouTube are definitely work differently than, because they're like, you know, they're up there with other YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of like, you sort of have to compete against like that kind of thing, right? So like,
Yeah.
but 9 minutes on I mean, ignore like how long the movie is. 9 minutes average view duration on just a regular video, as most, I guess, people know that like, I do work on YouTube a lot with YouTubers. So 9 minutes is not terrible. It's not like if we had regular, like say 20-minute videos and our average duration was 9 minutes, we're doing okay, really. But if you're dropping like hour and a half videos all the time, and it's only 9 minutes, 9-minute view duration.
Yeah.
I think with wrong people, I think the one thing that we really messed up was the intro is not the greatest. Like not the intro, but the first, say, give it 10, 15 minutes is it's a little slow. It's a slow burn. As a movie, it's a movie, sure. But like, as a YouTube video, it's quite slow.
Yeah, and that's when you put like films on YouTube, like we've been doing, is, you know, you have to compete with what people kind of like expect with YouTube, which they don't really expect movies, and it's just kind of, I guess, the nature of the beast. I don't know.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting on demonetized is kind of funny though, because like, oh man, what are we gonna do with that? I remember I made a video in January 1st, I think, about how much we made on the channel in 2021, and it wasn't much. I forgot what it was. It's $100, less than $100. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do with that $100 net? Like, oh, we're losing. No, we have to go get real jobs now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. The monetization like doesn't bother me at all. I just feel like, I mean, it's 100% deserved. Like we made I think we put one video out this year. I think that was January 1st video. Like we haven't done anything. Like even if we just
What did we do January 1st?
I made that video about how much we made in 2021.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's like a 3-minute video.
I don't know if I've even seen it.
I don't know if I think I talked to you about it. I don't think we put it on a podcast or anything, obviously, because we don't do podcasts that regularly anymore. But a friend I won't name any names, but her daughter was making fun of me because she watched the video. She's like 12 or something, 10. No, she's younger than that. I forget. And she's like giving me shit. She's like, you gotta do interviews. You gotta do man in the street stuff, man. Like that's why you only made $90 or whatever it is, $80 this year. It was pretty funny. We got roasted by like an 8-year-old.
Well, there's so much.
I'm just recording here a bit.
There's.
You want to do a solo? You want to do a
It's
singing
like
solo?
Jason.
Just have me go.
I mean, there's lots of things you can do on YouTube, but like at the end of the day, it's you have to want to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, man on the street. I mean, like, there's 20 people that live in Crofton, so it's like I always wanted to do that thing. Well, kind of just drive around and like interview people, just like really like off the cuff, like. But with like, actually, really, this again something I wanted to do for a while, but I was inspired by this podcast that he basically does a podcast a day. John Demas, something like that. It's like something on fire, entrepreneurs on fires or something like that. Business on fire, something like that. Something on fire. Anyway, he did like a podcast every day, but it's very like, you know, kind of pre Gary V, but it's like he simplified it. Like he had like you guess what's. I think the last question is always like, what's your 3 favorite movies? But at the start, it's like, where'd you come? Like, where are you from? Like, this question's always the same, which I find actually kind of gets rid of the host's like. He's still like charismatic, but it's like it gets rid of like a little bit of like a realness to it. Even though the questions get real, like when they answer.
What's this guy's name?
John Dumas or something. I'll have to look it up. I feel crappy that I forget, but he's cool. Like I haven't listened to it for years, but I remember being inspired by that, going like, oh, it'd be cool just to kind of interview like random people and like just kind of tell the story. I think it'd be a cool like documentary kind of series, just like, oh, tell me your story. Like what's like, why are you here? Like how did you end up here? Like I always find like interesting sometimes when, you know, a lot of people just like grow up in the small towns, but like when they're just there somehow, like, you know, sometimes you'll see a plate from like New York. It's like, how did you end up in Crofton of all places? You know what I mean? I always find that kind of fascinating. Like you drove your car somehow. You got your New York car to this tiny little town that's like kind of out in nowhere. Like it's not you don't drive. It's not like a, what do they call it? Pass through. Like in the States, they call it like the pass through states, or like Passover states. Passover. Is that Passover? Flyover state. Whatever. I don't think we call it that here. Same idea. Same idea. But like the
I'm sure maybe they do call it pass through.
But like Duncan, right? Like on the island, it's kind of like the pass through town. Like you pass through it. But like Crofton, you can actually have to like.
You certainly do.
Target it. No, but you have to like target Crofton in a way, other than like there's a ferry. But this again, that goes even to a smaller town, so it's like it's a little bit very specific. There's a reason you're here, if you know what I mean. Like
yeah.
No, I like that scene. Maybe like in this podcast, reshuffle, we can like put that scene in there or something. I don't know if you want to drop it yet. Not quite there yet.
It's close, I think.
It's good. We had Jeff Carpenter in it. Well, I literally have nothing to do with the shooting. Shooting always becomes quite just juggling. Juggling's tough, right? But I'm hoping this. I kind of like this setup. Like,
this is what we've wanted forever.
Yeah. How hard was it on your side?
Easy. You
have a crappy little webcam, right? Like your Logitech or something?
No, it's great.
Does it look good on your side?
No, it's fine.
Does it look better than mine?
No, it does not.
Oh, I'm using my iPhone 13.
Yeah, it does not look like an iPhone 13.
So I'm thinking mine is going to end up being...
Looks like an iPhone 4. I don't know.
It's pretty dark in here. Usually, like it has like it always looks really shitty, like on like my IMAX camera and stuff. But they're like notoriously shitty, right? So, but I have like camo set up. It's like camo studio. It's really easy. Just plug it in, boom.
Yeah, I had issues with it. I don't know.
You have an iPhone that you could use though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we started playing real baseball. This baseball season in the spring.
Yeah.
Well, actually, to be honest, like we really started playing in the summer. A lot of we started like March, but we didn't actually end up getting like any games in. That was pretty fun. Playing baseball, like baseball, like with real wooden bats and like that was pretty like playing like serious baseball since like when was the last time we played? We were like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
It was 20. It was 20 plus years for sure.
1994 or 5.
Played a little bit of slow pitch in between there, but not I wouldn't consider.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's super fun.
Looking forward to it next year.
Yeah, and a pretty cool like story. Like we were kind of like one of the founding people of the team, and it ended up being like a full team, basically almost 2 teams. I'd say like 1.5 teams. Mm-hmm. And we played we ended up playing like what 6 games or something.
6 or 7 games.
Not bad, especially for like just a total ragtag old man team. It was cool.
Yeah,
it was super fun. I didn't really expect to be like a pitcher.
Yeah.
I didn't even really pitch in like Little League and stuff. Did you ever pitch in Little League?
No.
I think I pitched a little bit more than you did.
I maybe pitched like an inning or something.
Yeah. I pitched a few games if I remember. Not much though. Not a lot.
Yeah.
It was fun though. got rocked in those last couple of games.
Yeah, we did.
No, like me personally pitching.
Oh yeah, yes you did. So did I.
Yeah, I did good at the start. Like and I think my problem is like I'm too accurate. It's so too many strikes. Right?
Yeah,
it's a tough problem.
Yeah.
No, I saw like that our team like had really lacked like throwing strikes at the start. So I'm like, oh, I can throw strikes at least. And then I did, and it started working. And I'm like, oh, I'm a pitcher now. And then like, oh shit, these guys can actually hit. So like,
yeah,
it didn't really work.
I'll work on it.
Work on an off season.
Well, this was good to get. Yeah, I like this system. I think
We'll see how this works. And apparently this uploads to the cloud really easily and stuff. So like, pop it out.
Yeah, that was a little bit lackluster, but it's getting back into it. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Do we drop the Nimpod like theme song in this, or just boom, 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 bum, bum,
well,
bum, bum.
Yeah, of course we do.
Dan, we need to have more energy because we're gonna sell this podcast for $100 million.
Okay. Okay.
We need like some sort of $100 million worth of shtick. What is that going to be? We have to find it.
I don't know.
It's taken us when we started this in 2013, so it's 9 years in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still to find it. If you guys are watching this, comment what's our niche? Like what do we double down on in the podcast? Do we
our lackluster energy?
Yeah, double down on the lackluster. I came with energy. You think 8 o'clock is? I thought I went to bed early. Or you just got better things to do, I guess. There's that too. Obviously.
No. We out.
Okay.
So what do I do?
Time, Dan, I'm gonna just outro it out. Dan. Bum.
Can't leave all work.
This has been a podcast of the Nimpod podcast. If anybody wants to give us $100 million, this podcast is for sale. We are absolute sellouts. The starting bid is $9. Add a couple zeros to it. Oh,
okay.
Yo, conceived as one, split into two. Gonna talk so much shit till the air goes blue. After we're through, you're gonna wish you were monozygotic too. Just a couple of Nimpods up to no good. A couple of Nimpods up to no good. See what we're doing there? It's Nimrods. But it's a podcast with Nimpod.